What's up, guys? It's John Reeves Live, and today we're going to be starting something totally new for our channel with our fandom journey of Band-Maid. This is actually going to be a three-parter on our channel. This is going to be a documentary that was a fan-made documentary. This was a suggestion to us from Mason on Patreon, and dude, thank you so freaking much for sponsoring our Tokyo travel vlog. I'm so excited about this, dude. I've been asking for a while to get a fan-made documentary or any type of documentary on them, and finally it's happened. Got a full series. This actually breaks it down per member. We're going to be watching the first 2 episodes, then we're going to be doing the second 2 episodes, and then we're going to be ending it with one long video. So we got 3 different videos that we're going to be breaking this up into. They will be on our Patreon first, and then we'll post them on YouTube, and this will happen once every week. Very excited about this. If y'all are new to my channel, please smash that sub button, and let's do this. 3, 2, 1, boom!
Band-Maid. What a band.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that they had just celebrated their 9 years as a band a few days ago?
Now it's 10, dude. Heck
Do you
yeah.
remember the first time you heard about Band-Maid? I was thinking, what is this name? Mocking them before even listening to them.
Dude,
I'm
yes.
sure a lot of you had the same thoughts.
I don't necessarily say I was like mocking them, but I feel like I had this whole like preconceived idea. I was like, oh, this is kind of gimmicky, whatever. You know what I mean? Before I actually heard them, and I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I totally see where it's coming from.
And then, after starting to watch them, listen to their music,
Yes.
the laughing stopped. And we were just stunned by their talent.
Yes.
We all remember the first time we listened to Band-Maid, right? How could we forget that moment? That feeling. This band changed a lot of us, and still is. But who are they? Who are the members of this incredible band? A lot of you know a lot about them, but I'm pretty sure that a lot more don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's me.
Tell
I'm in
you
that
a bit of their
category.
story, and maybe answer some of the questions you might have with the information that they shared on their multiple interviews. Who will be first? Let's see.
I like it.
We could start with the last member to join.
She was the last to join?
All right. Let's begin with Saiki.
Saiki. Okay, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. It's hard for me sometimes just reading. I mean, I could read her name all day long, but Saiki is how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure he's done his research. He's pronouncing this correctly. Saiki. I will never forget that now. I am freaking stoked. Already learning something, 2 things. I didn't know she was the last to join the band, and I didn't know how to properly pronounce her name. Saiki. I freaking love this already.
Saiki was born on February 8th, 1994, in Yamanashi, a prefecture not far from Tokyo. She spent her childhood with her mother and her stepfather, as her parents are divorced.
Feel that?
Her mother was born and raised in Osaka, and Saiki describes her mother as a person who doesn't hold anything back and could be very aggressive. A more intense version of Saiki, if you will. I guess that now you understand where her stage character comes from.
Well, there you
It's
go.
not just a character, after all. Saiki was introduced to music at a very early age, around 8 or 9, when her mother took her regularly to the izakaya of her mother's friend, a Japanese pub where you can drink, talk loud, and even sing.
Heck yes.
Speaking of singing, this particular izakaya had a karaoke where Saiki was able to sing a lot. Growing up, Saiki developed other passions like fashion and shoes, to name a few. Talking about shoes, you can find videos of her showing a room full of sneakers in a series called Maid's Room, available for Omeshu-sama members. She also loves to do her nails, and she has posted a lot of photos of her nails done
Powder
on her
Puff Girls?
Instagram,
Heck yes.
along with her modeling photos where she poses with various types of clothes. Saiki is even one of the main models when it comes to feature Band-Maid clothes for the official shop website. Saiki is also a huge fan of trains. She likes to take photos and visit museums like the Kyoto Railway Museum, where she went in 2016.
I cannot
But there
wait,
is
man. I'm
something
going to be in
else
Kyoto soon.
very present in Saiki's daily life, and it's the only other topic you can see on her Twitter account. The Japanese baseball team, Hanshin Tigers. Saiki
Oh, no way!
is a huge fan of this team that she has supported for a long, long time. She retweets every victory, and sometimes she just tweets about them. She even talked about the Hanshin Tigers during the radio show she hosted with Miku in 2021. Even though Saiki was very influenced by her mother when it came to music, she became a huge fan of Namie Amuro just a few years later, and asked to attend a dance school while she continued to sing songs from all genres.
That is
Her
wild.
mother tried to convince her to go to an audition, but Saiki was not very confident about her voice, thinking that it was not possible for her to sing and dance like her idol. Until one day, for her birthday, Saiki asked to go to Tokyo to check out life in the big city. It was during that trip that she was scouted from the same agency that managed Namie Amuro.
What? How freaking wild is that, dude? I swear there's so many times in the world where I'm like, there's got to be, for people, like some type of grand scheme going on, because what a freaking, like, what? That is so cool.
We're now at the start of Saiki's career, first modeling, taking singing lessons, a small appearance as a dancer in a music video from May J called Garden, and then scouted one more time during those lessons by her current agency to audition for a newly formed band. An interesting opportunity.
That's awesome.
Oh, I forgot something. Remember those dance lessons Saiki took? Well, you might wonder where her mesmerizing moves come from. Now you know. All right, let's get back to Saiki's audition.
Did they have the auditions?
She was just informed that a band was looking for a lead singer. She didn't know the name of the band, any of the other members, nor the particularity of this band. The manager of Band-Maid at this time knew that Saiki would immediately refuse if she had any idea of what was waiting for her with this audition. A risky move, don't you think? Imagine if he told her and she just passed on the audition. What would have happened? Well, thankfully, we don't have to think of this possibility.
Right.
Anyway, Saiki was invited to listen to the band and sing with them to see if she was a good fit. The other members weren't there when she arrived, but the agency president told her about the concept of the band and, well, Saiki was not really happy about it. But fortunately, for everyone, her desire to follow her passion and sing for a living was bigger than ever. So she passed the audition with a lot of second thoughts, like, maid costumes? Really? For a rock band? Will that work? Saiki is not the kind of person who likes to sing cute songs and force herself to be cute just for the sake of it. And don't worry, she will let you know about it pretty quickly.
See, I love that.
Saiki will also be the first to say that a song is bad if she thinks so. Honesty up front. Band-Maid performed their first Okyuji with Saiki on August 22nd, 2013 at the Shibuya AX in Tokyo. You can see the short video posted by Akane on Twitter 2 years later.
This is their first ever show? Damn! Oh, and she wasn't playing guitar either? I love this, dude.
Also, this is the first and only Okyuji where Saiki wears an apron, as she took care of it right after the show. Rest in peace, little apron. You probably won't be missed, though.
Goodbye, little
After
apron.
their debut, Band-Maid continued to perform live for 13 performances between August...
Hold on, we got to look at this really quick. Like, I love one big thing about Band-Maid that I'm a huge fan of is the fact that they, like, are constantly actually playing shows. This is a lot of what, like, my schedule, whenever I was an active touring vocalist, that's what it would have looked like. Except probably, I mean, honestly, I played a crap load of shows. We would play, we won an award, actually. There is a skull that is, well, you can't really see it on frame. Either way, there's a skull that's right up here, and it's actually a Nashville Metal Music Award that we won for most played gigs. We played so many shows. There's like over 300 shows in 1 year, and I love seeing like the kindredness in Band-Maid. Like they're constantly playing shows, and I don't know, I respect that because I know how much work that takes, and I know how tired they must be at the end of their shows, but they play the next freaking day, and they're crushing it. But look at that schedule, man. That is wild. I love that.
And December 2013. This was the start of a long
2013. That's so freaking cool
for all of them. Saiki has always been very careful with her body and lifestyle. She is known for eating mostly healthy, drinking the occasional beer, and doing a lot of physical exercise. I'm sure she knew at this time that a lot of shows were planned, and she had to stay in shape. Even though their first OQGs might have been pretty short, considering they didn't have a lot of songs in their repertoire. If you look at the set lists from a few years before COVID, Band-Maid performed more than 20 songs at every show.
That's wild.
At least,
it's a lot.
You know what? Let's do some quick statistics. According to Setlist FM, Band-Maid performed 399 times between 2013
See, that's freaking awesome.
This is more than a concert every 6 days. How insane is that? And their busiest year was 2016, where they performed 101 times.
Hell yeah.
That's more than a concert every 4 days. I can't even imagine how intense this year would have been for all of them.
I will say this, though, about that. Like, I feel like whenever I was coming up, that's how you were expected to grow. I got told actually by a record label. We were shopping around a demo that we were working on, and the record label was like, I was like, in our pitch to them, I was like, dude, I got nothing else but music in my life. Music is everything to me. So I was like, if you sign us, we'll be freaking playing shows every single day of the freaking week. We don't care. We're freaking going tour the moment you sign us. Put us on tour. We're going for it. And they sent me a message back and they said, we don't sign artists that promise things. We sign artists that are doing them currently. Go on tour. Then we'll talk. And I was like, shit. It was like one of the hardest things for me to hear at the time because like you have to get like at the time, at the stage that we were at, you have to get like a booking manager and all these different things. I started eventually doing that all myself and it became a lot easier. And that's how we started playing all those shows. But before that, I was like fresh out of high school. I had no clue what I was freaking doing. And so seeing that they're playing like 101 shows, that's like when we were in that way, it was like we had to do it. That's how you grew. And I feel like Band-Maid, anybody that sees them, especially like at Lala, I've got a lot of people that went to Lala and have messaged me afterwards because I was like, go watch Band-Maid. Anybody that sees them play is blown away by them. So, I mean, that's a really good strategy. I feel like you can't necessarily just watch a music video or something like that to really, like, the more people they get in front of, I think the better, obviously.
Sorry, I was actually trying to imagine it. Anyway, they played 545 songs this year, so that's a song and a half per day. Well, you would have no excuse to seeing them live this year. I mean, if you were in Japan or close to one of the 9 countries outside of Japan where they travel to, and aware of their existence, of course. That's right. Even with all these performances, Band-Maid had time to travel to 9 countries for their brand new made release tour World Series.
Oh, damn.
If there is a word that will never fit Band-Maid, it's definitely lazy.
I love that so much,
Even though those numbers are really impressive, it quickly became too much for Saiki, as she wasn't used to singing that much in such a short period of time, and her throat just couldn't take it anymore.
Huh.
For 2 years, between 2015 and 2017, her throat suffered to the point where her voice became half as powerful as it was when she joined Band-Maid.
Oh my God.
And her vocal technique was also really limited at this time. At the end, she couldn't record an entire song the same day. She had to rest a few days between takes to ensure she didn't lose her voice for good. Saiki was even forced to speak very faintly for a while and used her voice only for singing. This was a lot of stress for a young lead singer who bet everything on her singing career. Terrified by the idea of having to rely on surgery, Saiki tried everything to avoid it, but finally realized that she would not be able to sing anymore if she waited any longer. In the summer of 2017, she finally made up her mind and decided to go for it to get, as she likes to say, her new throat.
Okay, hold on. Just a quick note to let you all know the surgery for the polyps in my vocal cords went well, and I'm out of the hospital and back home. The period of silence is over, and we've been talking for a little bit just to see how things are going. I'm hoping that after a little more time passes, we'll be able to start singing again and get back into the swing of things. I'm still grateful for your kind words and for this period of time that you've given me. Thank you. And this was in July of 2017. Damn. That is wild. I don't know. I didn't know that it was that type of surgery. And I don't know, can you develop those over usage of your voice? Or is that something else that develops? So I actually know people that had polyps in their throat and they got them removed. But maybe it's different on your vocal cords. I'm not 100% sure. I've never actually dove into those type of surgeries, but it's a blessing that she got it done then, because I feel like for right now, I don't know. I haven't been a fan of theirs for a long enough time to really be able to say this, but just witnessing them this year on this 10th year anniversary run, they are going wild with live shows. They're still crushing this tour, and I saw them months ago. So it's I don't know. It's a blessing that she got that done now, or back then in 2017, and then now they're just freaking crushing it. So I don't know. I wonder where she's at right now as opposed to when she first started power-wise.
With the help of a vocal coach who had experience with this kind of surgery, Saiki is now able to sing even better than before and improve her technique while taking care of her throat and her voice. All right. Let's hear Saiki's voice through the years.
Yes,
This is 1 year before Saiki's surgery during an interview for Japan in Motion.
本当にお給仕始める時にお給仕始めますって言ってから第一音を鳴らすんですけど、そのお給仕始めますの時ははーみたいな顔してるんですけど、一発目の音出したらえっていう顔するんで、
Oh, wow.
しめしめみたいな。
You can hear that her throat seems to be already in bad shape. Let's move to
There's a lot of
November
cracking.
2017 with the Shinkiba Studio Coast Live that happened just 4 months after her surgery.
4 months? Holy shit!
That her voice is not there yet.
That's still 4 months after vocal surgery? Oh my god! Go ask M Shadows how long it took that dude to recover. Holy crap, dude.
But she is already incredible.
Wow.
Let's finish our journey
Holy
with the
crap.
song Freedom in different live versions through 2016 to 2022.
That's wild.
The following recordings are not all from professionals, so don't mind the audio quality for some parts. I hope you will hear enough of her voice just the same.
Yes, dude.
Band-Maid is now 9 years old, and as she created the band, Miku was always the one to present the band during TV appearances, talk during MCs, or answer to interviews.
I didn't know she created the band. That's
She was,
cool.
and still is, the one making a show by playing her cute maid persona during all their performances. She is the public image of Band-Maid.
I mean, yeah.
She was. Because for a few years now, even though she doesn't talk much, Saiki is at Miku's side for almost all public appearances.
That is awesome.
We see her speak,
テレビアニメのプラチナエンドというですね
laugh,
子供
clap too late while staring at you without blinking.
2017に出演が決定してますぽー。
Yes.
She even joined Miku on Band-Maid Nippon, a 20-minute regular radio show available on Nippon Broadcasting System, a sister company of their label Pony Canyon.
I would love to freaking interview
This
them.
radio show aired during the pandemic and was about nothing in particular, actually. Saiki and Miku talked about their life, their passion, played some games, read some emails sent from fans from all over the world, and just had fun.
バイキングに置いてあるカニ全部食べたっぽね。
食べた。
で、係の方がカニを補充しに持ってきてくださるんですけど、もうほぼほぼお店に誰も人いなくなって、
いなかったよ。
いなかった。
お客さんがいなかった。
そんなにいなかったっぽ。もう。
いや違う、2人だけだったんだよね、もう。
あれ2人だけだった
そうだよ。
そうだったっけ。
意外と広かったから端にもいるだろうって思ってた。
いなかったっぽ、もうあの時。
As usual, Miku talked way more than Saiki, but Saiki did her part. And I'm sure that a lot of you hope that they will participate in a project like this one in the future.
Yeah, I'd definitely be down to see that.
Also started to talk during Okujis. That's right. We now have Saiki doing MCs. And as you already know, Saiki always speaks her mind. I have something to show you. Let me there it is.
The narrator's hilarious.
This is an MC she did during the online Okuji in February 2021. Let's watch it, but be careful. There will be tears.
武
道館は通過点でゴールではないので、まだまだもっと広い会場の場所でするし、連れてってあげるし、もっともっといい曲を届けてあげるので、もう少し元気に頑張りましょう。では、ご主人様お嬢様に届けます。聞いてください。
From model to lead singer, from shy girl to strong woman, Saiki keeps climbing the steps of her career, going through her fears. A life-changing surgery, showing more of herself and being more active as a lead member to become the hard-working singer whose voice resonates inside every maniac all over the world, touching their heart and, for some of them, saving their life. To whomever scouted Saiki and cast her to join Band-Maid, I have only this to say. Well done.
Hell yeah.
And thank you.
That's an awesome first freaking episode. Saiki. Casper Mitchell did the voiceover. Holy crap. Casper Mitchell's. There you go. Oh my god. And also, by the way, Orangy, I believe is how you pronounce your name, crushed this. I'm so freaking stoked. I'm subscribing to you right now and liking the video. That's freaking amazing. Absolutely crushed this. We're going to the next one actually right now, which is Kanami. But before we go to that, I just wanted to take a whole second to say this, man. Absolutely love that. First episode, amazing, man. I had no idea. I had no freaking clue a lot of these things. And so I'm learning a lot already just from the first episode there. There are, I believe there's 7 episodes. So they've got 1 for each member, and then Miku's got her own, and there's 3 for Miku. So what we're going to do is Kanami, we're going to watch that one right now. 2 members, and then we're going to finish it up with Miku. We're going to finish it up with all 3 videos in 1 video for Miku. We're going to be doing that. I'm so freaking stoked. This is awesome. Like, I learned so freaking much just in this first video. Ready for the second one. Freaking swipe it.
We've talked about Saiki. I have to introduce you to her biggest fan. But you know her already, right? She has at least 2 personalities. Both of them love Saiki more than anything, and she is, with the help of the other members, the genius who writes Band-Maid songs since 2015. Even though her name and persona change as soon as she holds a guitar, let me present you Kanami.
Dude, she is one of the greatest guitarists.
Kanami was born on September 28th in Kanagawa, a prefecture very close to Tokyo, which includes the cities of Yokohama and Kawasaki. She is the youngest child of her family with an older brother and sister. During her childhood, her parents wanted her to participate in a lot of various activities, so she tried ballet, piano, calligraphy, English, and a lot more. But in the end, she only kept playing piano.
Oh, she's amazing. Oh my god. Wow.
Even though she was a quiet child, she became more and more active as she was growing up. You might think that rock music hit her at an early age, but it was only when she was 17 and joined a music club in her school as a keyboardist that she fell into the genre. Kanami didn't stick too long with the keyboard as she learned guitar to be popular with the girls.
Yeah.
That's right. She wanted to look cool in front of the other girls. Only Kanami could come up with a story like that.
I like it.
And you know what? It worked. The girls talked a lot about how cool she was when she played guitar. Well done, Kanami. Well done.
Heck yeah, dude.
However, she also talked about how Room 335 by Larry Carlton moved her.
Oh,
and
that's
how
awesome.
this song in particular is a starting point of Kanami wanting to get serious with her guitar playing. At first, she played alone to practice and improve her skills. Then she joined a classmate's band and learned to play a lot of Western hard rock songs from bands like Kiss, Deep Purple, and Metallica, to name a few.
Damn.
It was also during her high school senior year that Kanami started to write songs. But once she got to university, she decided to become a singer/songwriter. She was going to a regular university as her parents decided for her. She studied economics and management to be able to learn about the music industry and how to promote herself as a musician/singer/songwriter.
Oh, that's
At this
cool.
time, she wrote songs, sang, played acoustic and electric guitar, and also played her solos.
Dang, she's all over the place, man. I love that.
All these
Such a
skills,
good guitarist.
Kanami kept working alone and learned programming to create her own songs. The only problem was that she didn't really like to sing. Yes, you heard me. Kanami didn't like to sing. It sounds weird, right? As she seems to love doing backup vocals with Band-Maid. But Kanami wanted to be a professional musician, so she took some singing lessons anyway because she didn't want to be a bad singer. So she kept practicing and also posted her songs and cover videos on Nico Nico and YouTube.
Oh, that's
Unfortunately, those videos are not available anymore.
awesome.
But Kanami
No.
did some other covers, like this one.
One OK Rock? Yes, dude, I love that band. Just throwing this out there. I'm actually going to be going to Tokyo to go see them, to go see One OK Rock play at the Tokyo Dome. And like 10 days after One OK Rock plays in Tokyo, Band-Maid is doing their final 10th year anniversary show in Yokohama. I am trying to convince myself that I can't do that. But listen, if I end up getting a ticket to that concert, I'll find a way to go to that show. 10 days after One OK Rock plays. I think I'm supposed to be leaving Tokyo November 18th. And I will totally stay longer if I can get a ticket to their 10th year anniversary in Yokohama. I'll totally stay longer.
I'm sure
Damn.
you can see where I'm going, right? A little someone you already know found Kanami's videos and contacted her through the talent agency during the year 2013.
Oh, no way!
They met. Miku played some songs to Kanami to see if she was willing to join, and she immediately said yes. Even the maid outfit wasn't a problem for Kanami, as she used to wear the same kind of outfit during a school culture festival just a few years before.
Oh, that's awesome.
Please note that Kanami is the only member of BAND-MAID who didn't even hesitate to join when being informed that every member will have to wear a maid outfit during live performances.
That is freaking awesome.
Girl. Now that Kanami is part of BAND-MAID, the female hard rock band started to record songs, and even though Kanami wrote songs for a while, all the lyrics and arrangements were provided by other songwriters. Of course, she tried to write song after song for almost 3 years, but they were rejected by management. Finally, Saiki believed in Kanami's songwriting talent, which is one of the main reasons why she kept writing again and again. If there are people close to me who accept my music, I must do my best.
Oh, dang.
We are now in 2016 for the release of Brand New Maid, the third studio album from BAND-MAID with 8 brand new songs.
Okay, so I'm trying to look and see what all we've actually reacted to. The non-fiction days for sure. And then look at me. Dude, I'm gonna have to get up
I chose to talk about
on
this album in particular because something changed for our 5 talented musicians. This time, they wrote and arranged their very first song.
Yes. No way, they wrote this their first song? I love this song, by the way.
This is a huge step for our little band, and a lot more is coming. For their next single, called YOLO, released just 6 months later, they used some parts of the arrangement of an old song Kanami wrote before joining BAND-MAID. The rest of the songs were written by the band, as almost all of their future songs, even now. If you look at the details in the music and arrangement, the last song that wasn't 100% BAND-MAID is Smile, a song released in January 2019 as a B-side of the single named Bubble.
Listen, I freaking love that. I have my suspicions that they wrote their own music for sure. Whenever he just said they had other people writing their music, I was like, no, please tell me this is not forever. Please tell me this. Because Kanami freaking going to school, her writing her own music. I'm like, please tell me that she starts writing a lot of her own music. Please, please, God. Because like for me as a musician, it bothers me. I don't know. Like I understand there's a difference between an artist and a performer. There's a lot of people out there that don't write their own music and they're great performers. And I think that is amazing. But for something like this, I definitely felt like they had to write these songs. They had to. I felt it in my bones. And now I'm glad to get that freaking proven. That's awesome.
As she started playing guitar more than 10 years ago, Kanami owns and has borrowed many over the years.
Hell yeah.
She shared pictures of a few of them from time to time on her Twitter account and on her Instagram. If you've heard of the brand Addictone, you might be interested to learn that they have created a model especially named after Kanami in 2 colors, red and green.
Oh, that's awesome.
There is one brand that we are used to seeing more often with Kanami during her latest performances, and it's PRS.
Yep. That green one is freaking sick.
In fact, she started to use a PRS guitar in 2016 with a model 408 Fire Red Burst, borrowed from a guitarist amongst BAND-MAID's crew. You can easily see if Kanami plays with a PRS guitar because she only has the ones with the bird inlays on the neck, and Kanami seems to love them.
They are pretty
Remember
legit.
when I told you that Kanami's persona changes as soon as she plays the guitar? Well, even she is not aware of these changes, but the other members mentioned this aspect of her personality a few times. Saiki and Miku talked about Kanami during the second pilot episode of Band-Maid Nippon.
まずはじゃあギターのかなみちゃん。
はい。
なんだろう、小鳩が多分一番バンドメイドでやばいって
思われてるよ。
思われてるんですけど、ぽかなみちゃんもなかなかだと小鳩を思うぽ
ギター持つと
す
も
ごいぽ
なんかキャラが変わるんだよね。
人がもう違うぽ
オラオラするんだよ
うん
ね。
オラオラだ
かっこいい感じになっちゃう
し、すごくこう のけぞってギター弾いちゃうみたいな。
Yes, dude.
普段はそんな自分が前に前にっていうタイプじゃかなみちゃんないけど、ギターソロになるともう誰よりも前に出ますみたいな。
私を見て
なる
Hell
ぽ
yeah.
なるぽ。
Oh, you want to see it for yourself?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Yes, most
I
definitely.
think I have it on tape somewhere. Let's see.
I loved this.
No, that's not the one.
Oh.
There you are.
No, the edits on this are perfect.
Well, be prepared for some crazy
Brace yourself. Yes. Dude, yes. I freaking love this. Good God, dude. Okay. She is such a freaking awesome live guitarist. Don't. Oh, nice freaking. Yeah, kick
So-
those cymbals.
You still don't believe me? All right. Let's watch this one then.
Okay.
You'll see the switch.
切り替えましょう。あ、
I loved this concert. That was so freaking cool.
恥ずかしいよ。
See? I told you. Anyway, let's talk about Kanami's playstyle. If you didn't already know, I'm no musician, so I won't be able to give you any relevant elements regarding her playstyle. Fortunately, I have some special guests to help me with
Let's
this
say I
part.
could tell you some things.
You might already know them and watch their videos on YouTube, but today, they each have 60 seconds to talk about Kanami.
Yes, hell yeah.
Gentlemen, the mic is yours.
60 seconds is not enough time to
I don't
talk
know this
about
guy, but
what
I love
makes
that they do
Kanami
this.
special as a guitarist. But let's start with the fact that she was classically trained on piano. She's a genius composer. She structures the musicality, instrumentals of the Band-Maid songs, yet she brings it to her band and doesn't let her ego get in the way of
That is
them,
awesome.
helping her to perfect the sound. Everything is driven for making the best song possible. She's also such a rock star on stage, even though she seems to have a timid, shy personality, but she's also goofy and has fun interacting with her bandmates. But the number one thing I love about Kanami is she writes some face-melting riffs and
She
guitar
freaking does.
solos that is very important for a rock guitarist to do. And she's able to stuff so many riffs into each song and make it flow so well without detracting from the other music, but creating a cool soundscape foundation. And that's why you shut up while Kanami is speaking.
There are a lot
Hell
of
yeah.
guitarists in this world that are really fantastic, very fast, precise, clean, and can do pretty much anything with a guitar that they need to be able to do. But I find that there are very few guitarists in the history of music that are able to communicate with people via the guitar. There's a difference between just playing the notes and having that guitar sing to you. People like Jimmy Page, people like Carlos Santana, Slash from
Yeah,
Guns N'
yeah,
Roses.
yeah.
I think that they all have this special it factor. It's something that is almost impossible to put your finger on. It's an intangible quality. But ultimately, I think it comes down to having this extra creative bone in your body. Let's call it the Page bone. And I think Kanami absolutely has that. Whenever I listen to any of those guitarists, but Kanami most modernly, she's capable of making me feel like she's actually having a dialogue with me between my ears and her guitar. Even though it's a one-sided dialogue, I feel like I'm understanding what she's trying to say with the guitar. And that's authentic and it's genuine. I think that all just comes down to creativity. Things that she is able to do, ways that her brain is able to work, just like those other guitarists I mentioned from the past, that I think most people can't even conceive of. And us normals out there really can't even put it into words or put it into thoughts. I really feel like she has that, and it's something that's very special.
Something that can.
All right, really quick. I gotta say this. Also, freaking just start following this dude. That's awesome. But just to take it one step further of what he's saying there with domination, the first song that I heard of theirs where it really got me like in the feels, I could feel what they were trying to tell me with that song. All the guitarists that he had mentioned, even Slash, I don't know that there are many guitarists that really breach on the same metal side of things that she does. They're not as aggressive of guitarists. So I think she kind of puts herself in like this very niche side of things from a guitarist perspective because she's playing a lot faster guitar riffs, and because of that sometimes it's really hard to get out another emotion. But songs like Domination, and at the ending of Domination, just has this feeling of adventure, with that song, and like there was something better out there and you're just pursuing something. I thought that was amazing, man. Either way, I just wanted to say that. Also, I'm really stoked to hear what he says. Boom.
Attributes to Kanami's excellent guitar style is her ability to have many techniques down on the electric guitar that help you craft your own style, meaning she has tapping and sweeping down where you can mix those two. Like if you were to go sweeping down the guitar and halfway through you start tapping with your fingers. So her ability to mix those techniques together is something that really contributes to her style of playing. This reminds me of guitarists like Santana, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, Slash, and I don't mean in the way of they're playing. I actually mean in the way of when I go listen to these guitarists, I know that is that guitarist playing.
Yeah.
So if Kanami is playing, I know that's her playing when I'm listening to a Band-Maid song. It's like if we subbed her out with Jimi Hendrix or Slash, I would instantly know that Jimi Hendrix or Slash is playing in a Band-Maid song. I wonder what that would sound like. That is something most guitarists dream to achieve, and sometimes don't even get to that or having that unique sound where they're instantly recognizable.
So what is it about Kanami that I like so much? When you have a guitarist that does nothing but serve the song from creation to finish, never worried about ego. Her solos are not solos, they're ensembles. The whole band gets a show.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody gets to support everybody else. It's always about the song. It's always about the song.
I never thought of it that way. That's very true.
On that note, within that context, she can still do things that only a few other guitarists have done to me, make me like cry from hearing her solo and what she puts into it, what she communicates through it. Stevie Ray Vaughan's done that, and Kanami Tono. So, that's a pretty amazing thing, and that's without even knowing what the lyrics are being said in the song. What she brings is creativity and structure to emotion, and presenting that, she just executes it perfectly. And she can do it with using simple structures. She can do it using incredibly complex structures, really simple riffs, really complex riffs. It doesn't matter. Whatever serves the song is what Kanami does.
That's freaking awesome.
We're all kind of better off for it.
Thanks for taking the time to share your thoughts. I'm sure that many of you have some ideas and feelings in common with our fellow Gaijin guys, and maybe some thoughts of your own. It's one of the things that makes Kanami special. Let's move on to the end of our journey. Kanami has loved music since her childhood and did everything to pursue her dreams. She worked very hard during her school years. She learned guitar after many years of playing the piano. She also learned how to write a song and even taught herself audio programming. She started on her own before finally joining a band to strengthen her skills, to end up making covers on the internet. And after joining Band-Maid, she kept writing even though her songs weren't selected. But she never gave up and continued for all those years thanks to her fellow bandmates' support, until her hard work finally paid off.
Kanami.
And for many years now, Band-Maid members write and compose their own songs. She wanted to be able to do it all and become a professional musician, and with Band-Maid, Kanami became one.
That is so
In the end,
cool.
Kanami's story is about determination, hard work, and a strong bond between the band members, because without each other's support, I'm sure that Band-Maid would be very different from what we know today.
Aww. Dude, yes. I'm loving this freaking series. Kanami! Okay. Here we go. I like it. Crocomoose. Nice. That was freaking awesome. Part 1, we got down 2 freaking amazing musicians, and I'm freaking learning so much more about this band and like respecting them more. Like, not that I don't know. I feel like for me, knowing now that they actually write their own music and knowing that Kanami was pitching a lot of songs to them and they just kept on getting denied. And then once one song gets through, it's just like they were like, okay, you know what? You do know what you're doing. Freaking Here's the Reins. Go for it. Good luck. And she just crushed. They are amazing, man. I love that. And honestly, like, I don't know exactly. I would like to compare what was written for them versus what they're writing now and just see what the differences are. Think where we would be right now if she did give up, you know? Where would we be at right now if she just quit because she kept on getting no's and rejected and stuff? That's hard, man. When you write a song and then show it to someone, it's a lot. You're putting a lot of your emotional responsibility now on someone else's shoulders. Like, if they say no, it's not good enough, then you're just like, crushed. You know what I mean? That could defeat you. I'm very surprised that she just kept on doing it. I love stuff like that, man. That's so freaking cool. That was awesome. Okay, so the next one that we're going to be doing is Akane and Misa, which I am a massive fan of both of theirs. I think they're both freaking amazing. I cannot wait to get into that. And then again, Miku is going to get her own episode. She's got 3 on this documentary series. So we're going to condense those 3 into 1. So next we're going to be covering the drums and bass. I cannot wait to see where we get into that. And then we're going to finish it off with the founder. Very excited about that. And thank you guys so freaking much for sharing this with me. And again, massive shout out to Mason for freaking getting us on this. And a massive freaking shout out to Orenji for putting this whole thing together. Orenji freaking crushed this, man. So far, we're 2 episodes in. I cannot wait to get to the next, man. I think this is such a cool thing for the fandom. I think this is amazing. And yeah, can't wait to get into more of it. Hope y'all having a blessed day or night, whatever time it is you're watching this. Spread some positivity out there. Be kind to each other. And if anybody needs anything at all of my socials are at John Reeves Live. Send me a message and I'll catch y'all next time. Freaking toodles!